Hello everyone. A specific tweet popped into my feed this morning and yeah, I feel like I really need to talk about this. Coming from not a VTuber, not a lewd person, not just a lewd person, but someone that made lewd stories and not safe for work stories for over 4 years. So let's get right into it. I'm going to read this first. I'm going to read it all, and then I'm going to get into my thoughts because I have a few points that I really want us to get into. So let's get into. I felt I should say this. I wanted to draw hot women and then make her say something, but I didn't want to make her say stupid gunner bullshit anymore. So I made her say my opinion instead. We're already up for a rocky start. Oh boy. My opinion is that people should be treated with respect, care, kindness, and dignity, regardless of who they are, what they are, or how they present themselves. Gee, way to go, Captain Obvious. The combination of drawing hot women and simultaneously expressing my opinion sparked an unexpected fire. Gee, I wonder why. We'll get into that. A lot of people revealed themselves to be cruel, bitter, dehumanizing, and that was disappointing to watch. Welcome to reality, my friend. Give a hand of applause for this guy for welcome to reality. It also gave me a glimpse of what many women go through almost every day, every week, every year of their lives. Because saying every day wasn't enough. You can already smell the bullshit on this guy. It makes me sad. It disgusts me. Let me be absolutely clear. It is not hypocritical to create or consume not safe for work and still respect women at the same time. Gee, congrats again, Captain Obvious. No one in Korn is telling you to devalue women or disregard their feelings, thoughts, opinions, hopes, dreams, or humanity. Oh my freaking god. So you can't absolve yourself of the responsibility by trying to make the point of you made porn or she's dressed a certain way, so clearly she wants it to be devalued and treated unkindly and disrespectfully. Not sure what responsibility he's referring here, but let's move on. No one wants to be treated unkindly or disrespectfully. Not even you. I will not apologize. I stand firm on this position. If it makes you angry, I invite you to ask yourself why. Oh, I'm not angry, but I'm pretty sure why most people are angry. So first, let's just say all this bullshit right here, it's throwing common bullshit that everyone knows. Every common people knows that you should not degrade people. So let's get into the points I mentioned. So first point, you can actually still make lewds and still say your opinion. But you just have to make sure, and I can't emphasize this enough, you have to make sure, damn sure, you don't take that opinion and shove that opinion of yours down your reader's face or throat, you know, especially those readers that aren't here to hear that opinion of you. They're just here to see the lewds. But Moon, how would you even know about that? Well, my friends, I've been doing lewd stuff for as long as I've been alive. I've been a very pervy guy. I'm not going to go into details, but yeah. So, 4 years ago, I started doing not safe for work and Lewd comics, obviously for my protection, and so YouTube won't ban my ass. The covers of the story are hidden. My first comic was Maid Mansion. It was a simple story about a maid that got her revenge on the master of the mansion and his wife. Simple. Your average hentai, your average oops, I almost said the word. Your average hentai, your average corn. You could see that it was bookmarked by 2,000 people, viewed by 52,000 people, and there were 13 comments and 964 likes. I did 8 episodes of it. Then I did a continuation, a sequel if you wish, called Fox's Revenge. Well, said maid that now became the mistress of the house gets her revenge on the person that sent the master of the house to enslave her. Also, it did decently well, not as good as the first one, but then I got tired of doing just lewd stuff for the sake of lewd, and I made Bondage City, where, as this guy says, I also got tired of making, well, I wouldn't say I was tired of making stupid Gunner bullshit, because I wasn't, but I also wanted to make my opinions, my thoughts, and simultaneously combine it with my story. That was the beginning of Bondage City. Now, what is Bondage City, you might be asking? Well, I'm not going to show you the lewd stuff. This is the main character of my comic of Bondage City. Her name is Haruka. She's a homeless girl. She grew up on the streets, and she just robs people, or and this is during a cold winter night where you could see her saying, and how she keeps herself warm and alive is by selling her body. Yeah, you could say she's a very hard working girl, but this night she hasn't found any old geezer, except she finds Kumiko and decides to rob her and eventually even kidnap her, so she has a warm place to live. In the same story, we have Himiko, a girl out for revenge for her family's death. And finally, we have Rumiko, who is Himiko's demon slave. If you actually want to read it, then just DM me on Twitter or Discord, and I'll give you the link, because I can't really put that. So what does this have to do with the post? So what does this have to do with everything? Yeah, I put my opinions into that comic, how I felt about working girls, let's say that, how I felt about the rich people, how I felt about revenge, how I felt about everything. It's put into that comic, and you can clearly see that it went even better than when I did only just lewd shit. These two together doesn't even come close to just season 1 of Bondage City, nor does the bookmarks. And as you can see, I even went and did even more episodes because I had more to say about it. So yeah, people are going to come, even if you're going to say your opinions, so long as you don't just backtrack and call it Gunner bullshit. Even if you say you don't want to say stupid Gunner bullshit anymore, you most likely tried to steer away from the not safe for work, or tried to do not safe for work the same way you kept doing, but instead of mixing them well, like you would mix honey and tea to go nicely and make a sweet tea, You try to mix water and salt and then expect it to be sweet and nice. Of course it didn't. When you're trying to combine drawings of hot women and simultaneously express your opinion, you have to make sure that both mix and match, like I did. Now, the second point is an obvious one. Yes, you can obviously create and or consume lewd content and still respect women. I can't believe I have to say this. Like, just because I bit my meat to Pamela Anderson doesn't mean I didn't respect my mother or girlfriend. Shit. Did I just doxed my age with that one? Oh well. So, obviously it's not hypocritical, because, let's face it, even you, yes you, the one that's watching this video now, even you consumed and watched Rule 34 or Korn or anything like that, and you're still respecting your mother, your girlfriend, and any other women that you meet, right? Right? Of course you do. So this is very, very dumb, and it's just trying to virtue signal, like, look at me, I respect women. Yeah, anyone with a common sense is going to say this is dumb. Also, don't get me started on this, because that's a hell more than virtue signaling. Third point, and here's the thing, I don't know how to tell you or how to give it to you slowly, but everything and every single one in mass media are objectified. Not just in not safe for work though. Granted, in this industry it happens more frequently than other, but everyone in media is objectified. Not just in not safe for work. That damsel in distress trope you like so much, where the character, be it male or female, it doesn't matter, is useless without the protagonist, is objectification. That muscled hunk of a man that every single woman falls for and is portrayed as either dumb or edgy trope is also objectification. And of course, that woman or man that just happens to save you from drowning or offers you to fix your pipes are also objectified. If you got that reference, good. If not, then you're a sweet summer child. Bottom line, everyone in the media is objectified. Even that hot weather girl that's presenting you the weather is objectified. And if you deny that, then I don't know, man. Maybe you just have to get your head out of your ass, or out of anyone's ass, or out of the dirt and start smelling the flowers and look to reality. Fourth point, no one in porn is telling you to devalue women or disregard their feeling, thoughts, opinions, hopes, dreams, or humanity. Again, no shit, Captain Obvious. It's like saying no one in gaming is telling you to recreate a scene you've seen in games or try to take down a tree with your bare hands. Yeah, do that and tell me how well that is going. It doesn't absolve you of responsibility. What responsibility are you even talking about? It should be common sense that you don't devalue or treat other women or men or anyone else like the women or men on the movie set or the characters in your comics. Like, if you read my comic and you see what some characters go through, yeah, I don't do that to real persons. I'm not insane. Also, let's face one of the most critical thing is that some women, I'm not going to say every woman, but some women that dress, let's call it sexy, dress that way because they want the attention. They want to be viewed. They want people to create those thoughts about them. Otherwise, they wouldn't dress like that. No sane human thinks, ah yes, I will just show 80-90% of my whole breasts, or ah yes, it's too hot outside, I don't feel like wearing a shirt today, and expect or get angry when men look at her lusting, which is a natural phenomenon by the way, or women look at a guy's abs or muscle and lust after him, which also is a very natural phenomenon. So yeah, get the hell out of with that bullshit. No one wants to be treated unkindly and yeah, no freaking shit, Einstein. I would say you should actually apologize for this post, but yeah. Look man, I get it. You might have gotten tired of making lewds. I know that feeling, trust me, I do. I've been there, and for most part, I'm still there, to be honest. After 4 years of making lewd stories, I stopped as well. You could actually see that I actually started Bondage City Season 2, but despite of all the people supporting, and I appreciate every single fan that supported me and that DM'd me and said how much they liked my stories, especially you, No Name, I stopped. Why? Because I just couldn't do it anymore. After 7 episodes, I stopped. Why did I stop? Well, that's a bit personal, but it was mainly because all I was thinking was loot stories and how to keep making better loot stories. So my brain only kept thinking of that, and that was the moment I decided to stop and created this channel to talk and do things other than loot stories. So yeah, as a fellow loot artist, well, I don't think I should name myself an artist because I didn't draw those. But as someone that also did a lot of loot shit, I get you. But this is just, you know, trying to get brownie points on the internet. Saying stuff like, it makes me sad, it disgusts me. Everyone feels like this when they see people doing unironically this shit to real women. And let's face it, when you see someone that, like that girl Bonnie, what her name was, we're not the one that's objectifying her. She's the one that objectifies herself. Sure, we shouldn't judge her, but yeah, she's doing that on her own volition and on her own free will. She is becoming a, how do I say it so YouTube won't... She's becoming a dumpster herself. She's objectifying herself. Yeah. So those kind of women, they do that to themselves. Then maybe you can argue that other people are also objectifying her, but they do it to themselves firstly. Now, I'm not going to argue and say there aren't people that just look at a normal person dressed normally and say dumb shit and objectify them, and I'm not going to say that's good to do. No, that's dumb as your post here. That's the same amount of dumb. So yeah, like, comment and subscribe, find out more what I post next, and as always, may your gachapurs be blessed.